Yo, 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 yo. What's up, you guys? Man, it's been a while, but now it's that time. Finally got a little bit of time to rap with you guys, talk to you guys about some of the things that I got in my monthly mailbox. My name is Mint, and this is April 2025's Mint Underground monthly mailbox. Without further ado, let's get into this. First up is Big Hutch. This is Executive Decisions. This album came out on Westworld, which was Big Hutch's label back in 1999. And it's a pretty dope album. If you guys don't know who Big Hutch is, he's from the group Above the Law out of Pomona, California. He is one fourth, fifth. It's him, aka Big Hutch's alias is Co 187, but prior to Co 187, he went by B Boy Hutch back in the day, and yeah, he eventually ended up being Co 187 with the rap group, the legendary rap group Above the Law, and then when he went solo, he went by Big Hutch. He has a lot of ties into the music industry. We'll get into that later on when I go over my Above the Law or Big Hutch collection that I do have. Without now going on, not without, but going on, I do have this on CD as well. This album is a very dope album. I really like it. This album, I want to say, came out shortly after. I can't remember the name of the one with the girl with the Above the Law with the tongue, with she has her tongue sticking out in breasts. I want to say, it might have been out after the Legends album too, but maybe it was after the Legend albums. But I highly recommend this album. I had to get it on the cassette tape. There's only one thing I don't like about this cassette tape. Mine has a crack in it, man. Didn't just received it that way, but I'm still happy to have it. Everything can't be perfect and so forth. If you're working on your music collection and things like that, there will be some flaws from time to time. Sometimes, if it's an album that you're looking forward to having, get it right when you can. You could worry about trying to find a better copy later on. That particular album, Big Hutch, aka Co 187, Executive Decisions, was a space filler for me. I didn't really need to have it because I do have the CD. So I sort of looked at it as a space filler instead, more than anything. But I'm still glad to have it. All right, moving on. We're going to get into uh, another legendary act out of New York. His name is the Bizmarkie, Biz Markie, the diabolical Biz Markie. This is never Biz the Biz Never Sleeps album right here. I can't tell you. I want to say this album came out originally in 1989, but this is not the original tape cassette. It's the 1989 slash 1994 or 96. Let's see, 1996 album. So this is a re-release version. This is another space filler. Classic album. I really love this album. Has some dope tracks like Dedication, The Dragon, talking about dragon breath, Spring Again, Just a Friend, and she says he's just a friend. And she says he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you know, Mudfoot doing a Mudfoot. All these things are on here. Very good album, classic album. It's the old school hip hop album. Going back to this one. This one is, Above the Law is given credit with creating the term G Funk. But that's even more so credited not to Above the Law, but to Greg Hutchinson, aka Big Hutch, aka B-Boy K, aka Co 187. Even Warren G himself gives him credit for creating the term G-Funk and or creating the sound G-Funk. The term G-Funk was actually given to Code 187 by no other than the late great Tupac Shakur on their what's the album with VSOP and everything on it. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now on all the Above the Law albums. Normally I have them because they're not my favorite rap group, but I'll put them in my top 10 rap groups, possibly top 5 now that I'm thinking about it. Rap groups, but I don't know why I'm forgetting that. Was it Black Mafia Life? Yeah, Black Mafia Life is what it is called, that album. So anyhow, yeah, going back to the Biz Markie album, this is just some classic old school hip hop, things like that. It doesn't have the label warning for sample clearance or anything like that, but it is a re-release. Now next up is let me say this right. Some would consider him legend. I don't really consider him specifically a legend, but he's from a legendary rap group, Wu-Tang Clan. He's one of the members. This one is not a space filler. I was sort of looking for this one, and I finally got it, you guys. This is the rare version. It's a sampler. It's a mixtape, actually. And I was looking for this version. Not too hyped about it, but I always wanted this one. I was always on the look for it because it's pretty rare. This sampler / mixtape, I shouldn't even say sampler because it's not a sampler, it's an actual mixtape, is by The Genius, aka The GZA, right here. The GZA Beneath the Surface album. It came out in 1999. And I want to say it was on Liquid Swords Entertainment. And this one, mixtape, was hosted by DJ Doo-Wop out of New York as well. That album dropped, I want to say, in June of 1999. I've been looking for this version for a long time. It's not really a space filler per se or anything like that. Didn't cost too much, but it is hard to find. Really was looking forward to seeing it. I like the artwork and everything in there. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Next up, we have another duo. This is a rap duo out of New York. One is from Brooklyn and one is from Uptown Harlem. Okay, who I'm talking about is Ill and Al Scratch. And this is their album, Creep With Me. Ill is also known as Big Ill. Al Scratch, a lot of people don't know this, but Al Scratch got his start with another rap group back in like 88, 89. I want to say their name was the Party Posse or something like that. Yes, definitely was the Party Posse. But this album came out on Mercury Records. I want to say 1994. Let's see. 1994 on Mercury Records. This one's cool. Still has a hype sticker on there. It's a little slightly faded, but I'll take it. This is another space filler. It's actually a very good album and so forth. Is this the one with Where My Homies? Yep, Where My Homies and everything at. This is actually a very good album. Real laid back. This is when I would say Biggie Smalls hit the scene, and New York went from didn't go from, but they were in between, still doing like, what is it called? Not break beats, but the boom bap. It was like still sort of boom bap era, but it was moving more towards, as New York phrased it, the jiggy era, where it got a little more smooth, laid back, and so forth like that. So this is more on the smooth, laid back, but hard, more hardcore rap. Not extra gangster, but the ladies could love it. It's a little bit something for the ladies and the fellas at the same time. That's how I explain it. Very good album. Go get it if you don't have this. All right. Coming up is another space filler for me. but it's from a legendary West Coast Oakland via Los Angeles rapper by the name of Too Short. This is Too Short's Chase the Cat uh, album. This album came out in 2001 on Jive Records. Chase the Cat is not my favorite album by Too Short by a long shot. I got it as a space filler. Like I said, I'm happy that to have it. It has the nice little hype sticker right there and so forth like that. I am a very big Too Short fan, so I collect all of his stuff. But just because I really like Too Short doesn't mean that I need to be biased. Not my favorite album at all. At all. At all. He wasn't working with Ann Banks anymore. To me, Dangerous Crew, Dangerous Music was over with. He still had a few albums that he put out under the Dangerous Crew name, Dangerous Records, a few compilations. Then he switch to Short Records, things like that. But this is pre Lil Jon production as well. He was sort of all over the place with this production, and it just didn't really fit to me, the Too Short aesthetic that I was looking for, or even a West Coast aesthetic, So, yeah, Too Short, Chase the Cat really was not something. It's not something that I would suggest go and get him, but if you're a fan like me, you sort of have to have it anyway because you're a Too Short fan, So that's pretty much what it is, Okay, now next up is sampler. You could say, but it contains complete songs. I want to say about 9 complete songs. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs, and it was put out by Epic Records. So at this time, it had Epic Records, Ruthless Records, Hush Records, Orpheus Records, and it has a few West Coast legends that I really support. And I just grabbed this. It's not really rare. It's just a space filler. I got it for dirt cheap. You know what I mean? So I want to say for 99 cents. It's almost in brand new condition. Someone probably just opened it up and, looked at it. I don't know. Without, me continuing on this and rambling on, we're going to just, I'm just going to show it to you. It's the hardest, hardcore's hardest. This is like I said, a sampler. It has songs by Who Am I, which is also known as Cocaine. Also down with Speaking of the Devil, Speaking of the God, I should say, Above the Law, who is the cousin of Big Hutch, Code 187 as well. His dad, Jerry Long, and all of them were involved with Motown and everything, but we'll get into that later on. But Who Am I? It has the songs for Who Am I? Cocaine. Those songs are Inner City Hoodlum, Dope Sound. Then it also has Compton's Most Wanted, Growing Up in the Hood, Compton's Lynching, and then it has Above the Law in there as well, The Prelude, and For the Funk of It. I don't really see, this one actually came out in 1991, so I'm glad to have this one. I did add it, but it's really just a space filler. Okay, another thing that I got in April is a cassette tape, and this is the final cassette tape and a CD combination. I did not grab the vinyls, I just grabbed the cassette and CD versions of Alchemist, and the Alchemist version of Alchemist and Larry June's Great Escape. We'll start with the cassette. The cassette's right here. So I have that. It has different artwork, as you can see. It doesn't have the hands with the racing gloves, the cartoon, the illustration gripping the steering wheel doesn't have that. As a matter of fact, that picture, whenever I see that hand and the steering wheel, reminds me of a Racer X, something that I would imagine on a Racer X cartoon and so forth like that. But anyhow, yeah, that's the cassette. And here is the CD. and the CD version and so forth like that. So yeah, this one came out. The album came out in 2023, but this particular version, I should say these particular versions, came out in earlier this year. I want to say in April. It might have been March, and then I received it in April, and I ordered it right away and got them. Didn't really particularly care for the vinyl version of this. Maybe I'll review that later on, but I did grab those. All right, now we're getting into something that I did want. It's very hard to find. I wish I found a cleaner version, but like I said earlier with the tape cassettes, like the Big Hutch one with the crack on the front of its jewel case, sometimes you gotta get them when you see them. Some things are a little bit more rare than others, and I haven't seen one of these floating around in a while, so I hopped on it. What I'm talking about is a Tribe Called Quest. I Like It Like That. Promo. This is the CD promo right here of I Like It Like That. I've been looking for this one. It just has the radio and instrumental. Nothing major or anything like that, but it's real hard to find. You don't really see them too often. And some of the things that I don't like about it is, as you can see right here, it has a little peeling or tearing on the little hype sticker on that side, and then on this corner it has a little bit some more right there, so let me move my finger, maybe you'll see, and then move to this side and you'll see it. It could have been in better condition, but I'm still happy to have this one. It's not a space filler or anything like that. It came out on 1998 from the Love Movement album. Very good album, a Tribe Called Quest album. I want to say that was their final album. Might be wrong, but check it out. All right, you guys, next up is a CD that I've been looking for. It's a bootleg. I've been looking for this, but always looking for a good deal on it because I don't really like paying much for any bootlegs or anything like that. So, I did get it. I did find it. I worked out a deal with a guy who's purchased from me in the past, and I don't know if I've ever purchased from him. I think this was actually one of my first few times. Maybe, yeah, I have purchased from him, but I think I've only purchased from him probably like 3 times, maximum 4 times. But I'm glad to know him. He hooked it up. He didn't give me the hookup like I would like, but I'm real happy to still get it from him. This bootleg version, I want to say, came from Japan, and what I'm talking about is G Slim, Fours, Deuces, and Trays. The album originally came out in 1994 on Big Boy Records. G Slim is now deceased. He was murdered and so forth, and had actual ties to the Four Trey Gangsta Crips out in Los Angeles, due to the owner of Big Boy Records, which is Charles Temple. Charles Temple grew up between New Orleans and Los Angeles. He moved from New Orleans to Los Angeles during his teenage years or early teen years, and when he became a dope, moved back to New Orleans. But he was from Four Trey Gangsta Crip. Ended up putting some of his label mates and other people down with the Four Trey Gangsta Crips from Los Angeles. So that's where the actual Fours, Deuces, and Trays is an actual term that comes from the Four Trey Gangsta Crips, and it has to do with other blocks that are related to the Four Trey Gangsta Crips. But anyhow, this is the bootleg version, the Japanese version. Now I'm gonna open this up real quick. The Japanese version has like a translucent, purple CD and so forth on there. Sort of like reminds me of grape Kool-Aid, how you can see through it clear and so forth like that. This one is I want to say the third bootleg version, but this one came from Japan. Its condition is very good. It's in very good condition. I want to say this is a CDR as well. No, it's actual Glassmaster. Um, it's not perfect condition. I'll give it a very good plus condition. Regardless, I'm happy to have it. I do have the original version here. As a matter of fact, let me open it up. Mine is not sealed, but I put it in this protective tray and so forth like that. Uh, I do like to put my more expensive CDs in this. This is the original version. I'm gonna keep the original version to your left, my right, and you can see the difference in color a little bit on those. And then we're gonna flip it over on the back side. Now the difference in color, the original one is a little bit lighter, and the Japanese version is a little bit darker in color. And once again, the Japanese version has that Kool-Aid like disc and so forth like that, and the original has more of like a how would you call it? I don't know, but a real chalky. I was thinking of the plant. It's a flower out there, but you can see the different type of purple here. And the way you could tell the OG, if you could see the rings around the CD, that's one way to tell. If it doesn't have these rings around the CD, these two rings, there's another version. It's a German version. It's very close to the same color, a little bit even more lighter than this one. I don't have it. I am looking for it. Wink, wink. You can usually get that one for about like, I don't know, $15 or something like that. Maximum 20. With shipping might be $30. But it doesn't have these round circles and so forth around the disc. That's one of the obvious ways you could tell that it's the bootleg version versus the original. But if you're looking on eBay, you could very well get tricked if you don't see those two circles around the center of the disc. So yeah, I'm happy to have this bootleg version in my collection. Yeah, so now I'm looking for the German one, and then I'm looking for 2 promo cassette tapes. Had chances to get them, passed them up. Wish I would have got them because I thought I was going to continue to see more, a few of those. Haven't seen them in a while. But if someone has the German CD and either one of those promo cassette versions, I would like to grab one of those from you guys. Just let me know. All right, my final CD is coming out of Philadelphia. This is a group that's down with the Hilltop Hustlers. Who I'm talking about is 3 Times Dope. This is the 3 Times Dope Piece Yourself promo. There's no front artwork in it, but it does have the rear tray card that looks like that. This is another one I would say as a space filler. Nothing that I really had to have. It's not really super expensive. I want to say it goes for $20-$30 or something like that. But it is another space filler that I just wanted. I'm a 3 Times Dope fan. I'm a Hilltop Hustlers fan. Really needed to get this one, but not need that much. But it's still a space filler. I found a great deal. Got it. I want to say I got it for less than $20. I want to say I got it for more like, I don't know, even less than 10. I want to say it was like $5, maximum $10. Very good deal on this one. So I'm glad to have that in my collection as well. On this is Piece Yourself, the single edit, and then you have the album version and so forth. So I'm assuming the single edit is the edited version, and so of course without the cuss words, things like that. But yeah, glad to have this. All right. Next up is a vinyl, a piece of vinyl. I got this one for free. I got it for free because that final one that I started off telling you guys that I was really looking forward to getting, I didn't mention the format earlier or anything like that. Well, I'm going to tell you what the format is. It's vinyl since we're on vinyl. But I got this one for free. with the package. So I'm going to talk about it. This album came out last year in 2024 by San Francisco, Fillmore District's very own uh, Andre Nicotina. So this is the off of Andre Nicotina's Rain album. Didn't even know the album's name for some reason why. But this is the Rain album. Came out only on his website, which is andrenicotina.com. www.andrenicotina.com. You could go get it there. I've listened to a few tracks online and so forth like that. Not online. I streamed them on my Apple Music and so forth like that. I haven't delved into it much. I think I've only listened to a couple songs, not the complete album and so forth like that. But I do plan on listening to it. But this one was for free. I can't say free 99 because 99 ain't free, you know? So anyhow, I'm glad to have this. I'm going to add this to the stack. Thank you, Andre Nicotina, a.k.a. Dre Dog. With that being said, I have what I was looking for. What I truly was excited to have in my collection. I have the tape cassette and I have the CD version. I have multiple other release versions, different artwork, CDRs, blue discs, white discs, great. All these discs. I try to collect all the versions of this album. And what I'm talking about is Andre Nicotina, a.k.a. Dre Dog's Cocaine Raps. This album right here is a must-have. It's a must-have. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you go get this album. It's based on the original CD version. It mimicked it pretty well. These little things in the background, all in the background, there's specks and so forth. I don't know. I'm going to zoom in. Hopefully you can see this. But these little specks and so forth, throughout this background. It's very close to it. Not exactly it, but the crossbones and everything else was it. I just think that affects it. It's probably hard for it to translate onto a vinyl. But I was waiting for this. This is the first time on vinyl. And I'm really happy to have this. This came out, I want to say, in February at the latest, March of this year, 2025. And it's a dope album. You know what I mean? 3 a.m. I'm a Pisces, crack Raider, razor. Sharp. Yeah, man. Nicotina Creation. Let's start with the beginning. Crazy Business. Nicotina Creation, Crack Raider, 3 a.m. I'm a Pisces, Diamonds and Carats, Sin of a Woman, Gingerbread Crumbs, and Cover Status. Woo! Cover Status go hard, man. The beat is just so hard. It's a real simple beat. Real simple beat with a few cowbell. I don't know how to say it, but the lyrics to go. I promise you. That's the one that, that's what makes me like Andre Nicotina, a.k.a. Dre Dog, Jim Jones. The original new Jim Jones. Not OG Jim Jones that actually killed people, but raps first Jim Jones right here. That dude's a lyricist, dog. He can spit. And then he just has great beat selection. Great production. I don't know if he does it, who does it, but yeah, man, he comes with it every single time, man. One of my favorite rappers out of the Bay. Definitely one of my favorite rappers out of the Bay. I'm still working on my Andre Nicotina collection. I was definitely looking forward to having this in my collection. So here it is. Check it out. Check it out. All right, you guys. That's about all that I have for you. It's just I don't even know if that's 10 things, Maybe it is 10 things. Maybe it's 12 things. I don't know. But I didn't do too much back in April and so forth like that. But I'm glad I got a lot of those things filled, all those spaces filled, and a few things that I was looking forward to. Out of these, I was probably really looking forward to 2 things, and the other things were really space fillers, good space fillers for me. Um, I don't know if you guys would like them or anything like that, but that just about does it for the April 2025 Men Underground monthly mailbox. That about does it for April. I am happy that you guys continue to support, that you guys continue to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I really like those who comment. I really appreciate that. I like to interact with you guys. So please do so below. Also, please let me know what I missed or misunderstood. If there's anything I got wrong or any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. My name is Mint, the Men Underground monthly mailbox. Thank you for tuning in. Two Stokes, and I'm out.